Well, I am Damion, and I am from Vernon, Ohio. I'm a ninth grader. Giraffes can't dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked, and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shots off trees, but he tried to run around and buckle it at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up and skips and prance. And the year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started wazzling, the rhinos rock and rolled, the lions danced and tangoed, and the elegants were and bold. The chimps all did the cha-cha and was very Latin-filled, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, and the lions saw him coming, and they began to roar. "Hey, look at that clumsy Gerald." The animals all snared. Gerald, giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Gerald, you're so weird. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted on the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dancing floor and started walking home. He never felt so sad before, so sad and so long. Then he found a little clearing and looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who's seen Gerald early on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying of the grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is the branches and the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you, and everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing things. His hooves started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tails were switching around. He threw his legs out sideways and swung them everywhere. Then he did a backwards somersault and leapt into the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was wide open. "I am dancing, yes, I am dancing. I am dancing," Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who had been there at the dance arrived when Gerald boogied and watched them quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle. We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer we have ever seen." Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and the stars above. "We can all dance," he said. "We must find the music we love." The end.